always got that creepy doll with her.
The sacred Riana is a magician and illusionist from Indonesia who gained international fame after appearing on the 13th season of America's Got Talent in 2018. She is known for a dark and unsettling stage presence which has earned her a reputation as one of the show's most controversial and polarizing act. During her time on America's Got Talent, Riana's performances were praised for their originality and creativity but also garnered criticism for their disturbing nature and reliance on shock value. She made it to the competition's finals, where she ultimately finished in second place. The sacred Riana is good at a craft. Stages are acting such a breathtaking manner, and her performance is enough to make the boldest of men tremble in terror. If you're scared of the dark, you better brace yourself. It takes talent to exude such spookiness. What really happened to the sacred Riana? From America's Got Talent, Marie Antoinette Riana Grahani, aka the sacred Riana, attended St. Ursula Catholic school and then had a university education at the University of Bundamulia. Her love for magic developed right from an early age. She chose the pseudonym the sacred Riana because she considered magic secret. The sacred Riana got the zeal to practice magic from her magician father. She became a highly skilled magician through constant training and dedication and settled for a horror film-inspired eerie persona. Riana's stage persona is characterized by flat facial expressions and head in-hand switching movements. She appears on stage with long black hair that covers most of her face. She is often dressed in a long-sleeve dress and white tights, holding her doll Riana, which always wears the same outfit as the sacred Riana. She is mostly silent and talks only to give warnings or instructions. Whenever she speaks, her voice quivers and sounds inaudible. Aside from doing stints as a magician, America's Got Talent isn't the only show she got into. She was on The Next Mentalist. She became a judge on the show called The Great Magician Show. Even though she is currently off talent show, the sacred Riana does still offer other stage performances alongside her voodoo doll and other spooky assistants. Additionally, she documents her backstories on Spotify in a podcast called Kissa Ora, the sacred Riana. On top of that, the 30-year-old magician has her own snack brand. She collaborated with Overdose, a gourmet popcorn brand, to create a flavor X variant mix, the perfect thing to snack on while watching her performances. Beyond the spookiness, this grand magician is as ordinary as the next guy. When she is not on the stage, a trip down to her Facebook page, you'd find pictures of her without her signature long-sleeved gown and a voodoo doll. It almost feels strange to see a photo of her with her family members, which contrasts the persona on stage. She also has selfies that show her face without looking be in any of them. Before making it to America's Got Talent, Riana performed on Asia's Got Talent in 2017, where she was crowned the winner after beating DMX Convalinos, a Filipino dance group. Again in 2017, the sacred Riana placed second on the Trans 7 reality show. While some people found Iraq's highly entertaining, others found them too scary and disturbing. Throughout her time on America's Got Talent, she gave highly theatrical performances filled with horror film experience. Her dark performances make celebrity judges and audiences cringe in their seats. While growing up in Indonesia, Riana idolized the magician David Copperfield. She got a stage persona from a film character, Sadako Yamamura, the antagonist of the Ringu series film. The sacred Riana made it to America's Got Talent as the second Indonesian to make it to the show after Damien Attica, and literally stole the show, making it to the quarterfinals. But while on the show, she particularly had a knack for men messing with Mel B, one of the judges on the show. During the audition, the sacred Riana took a photo of Mel B and then displayed different photos of suspected victims in a murder case on the desk. She had Mel B pick one of the photos, and one name from the different names displayed. Mel B happens to choose the name Bob simultaneously. The sacred Riana revealed Bob as the suspect, showing a picture of Bob in an old newspaper she held which previously had no pictures. The image of the victim also showed in the photo Mel B had taken earlier in episode 1309. Riana performed judge cuts. The performance consisted of the illusion of the sacred Riana playing with an imaginary friend. She gave a hyper-realistic and frightening performance that earned a restraint yes from the judges and sent her directly to the quarterfinals. Getting to the quarterfinals, the sacred Riana took spooky a notch up. During her performance, she gave her look-alike voodoo doll to Mel B, creating an illusion where her doubles came out of the audience and swarmed to the stage while the real Riana ascended a war. This scared the audience and the judges alike. The performance was cut short after a scream of terror, and the commercial came on. Following the terrifying performance, the sacred Riana couldn't advance to the semifinals and was eventually eliminated. Riana's performances were designed to be unsettling and were intended to shock and surprise the audience. The abrupt cut has left fans asking if the performance ended as it was supposed to. The audience was confused and expected a continuation after the break. Well, they eventually got their answers when the show resumed and went to the judges' comments without words on what had happened. Initially, some fans were expecting a full clip on YouTube, But when the episode made it to YouTube, it was the same as what played out on stage. Some fans believe that what happened may hinder her chances of moving forward in the competition. However, it turned out that the cut of the commercial break was not a mistake or system malfunction. It was in fact planned from the get-go. According to a lead document from the show's crew, the cut appeared 100% intentional. Meanwhile, it is unclear whether the card was to get tongues wagging and attempt to be creative, or even both. Whichever way, one thing the cut for sure did for the sacred Riana was that it garnered sympathy from fans, so much so that her performance was the most viewed among the 12 performances for that night. Similarly, her performance hit over 1 million views that night alone on YouTube. Given that no other performance was memorable on the said day, another explanation that can be given for her abrupt exit from the show is the difference in culture. The sacred Riana grew up in Indonesia, her home country, which is an Asian country. Understandably, the concept of a magic would lean toward Asian culture, which obviously didn't appeal to the American audience. For instance, American illusionists and audiences are exposed to magic acts, and the drinks are the most impressive thing about the performance. Meanwhile, the reverse is the case for Asian audiences and illusionists. Asian magic shows focus on the plot, and illusions are incorporated into the performance. When the story has been laid out, the deviation from the usual explains why some Americans who watched a performance never found it impressive. In fact, some viewers refused to vote for Riana because they considered her act not scary enough. This may also be the case of a culture clash. American horror often entails jump scares and disgusting and shocking imagery, while that of Asia focuses chiefly on curses and spirits. After leaving America's Got Talent, the sacred Riana proceeded to Britain's Got Talent. The champions in 2019, yet again luck was against her, as she was eliminated in the preliminaries. Overall, the sacred Riana didn't make it to the finals of America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent, so she moved on to star in movies. She made a debut appearance in acting in her own horror movie, titled The Sacred Riana, making her the first AGT contestant to have her own film. The production is impressive, and the thriller alone garnered over 3 million views. Later, she starred in Stargirl, a Disney film, in 2020, where she played the character Grace of Wonderwall, but later that year she appeared twice on Masters of Illusion. The first occurred in late May, and the second followed in mid-June. The sacred Riana didn't stop at that. In July 2022, she starred in the sequel of a movie, The Sacred Riana 2 Bloody Mary. Also in 2022, the sacred Riana made a guest appearance on Indonesia's Got Talent scene during Fritz's Grand Finals performance. Later that year, she reached the semi-finals of La France, an unenjoyable talent season 7. While the sacred Riana has appeared on the big screen as a well-established horror-inspired character, she is pretty much like you and me. Her talent has put her name in all things mysterious and eerie. She might make a grand reappearance on TV soon.